Okay, so we have Leslie from our mastermind group. So Leslie, tell me a little bit about your relationship with food and body growing up.
Growing up, from a very, very, very early age, um, my relationship was very difficult. And I think I became an emotional eater uh, as a preteen,
Okay.
where I would rely on food, um, big portions of food, or food that I can eat in my bedroom with nobody seeing, or eat in my basement with nobody seeing. And that was really my go-to comfort,
Mhm.
from a very, very early age. Wow.
What was your what was the straw that broke the camel's back when it came from shifting out of diet culture to wanting to move into this intuitive eating space? Like, where was it that you were like, I am done. I'm done. Like, what happened at that point for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I knew a little bit about intuitive eating. I was always intrigued, but I never really researched it um, enough to, be educated about it. And I had been on diets my whole life, which should tell you something right there, right? So if you're on diet your whole life, what does that mean? That means that diets do not work. Um, and I always knew how to lose weight, right? I knew how to count macros. I knew how to count points on Weight Watchers. I knew how to eat low carb when I was doing Atkins years ago. I think I'm dating myself. Um, and I guess it was the last time I counted macros, I was feeling so trapped by just counting everything that I was putting in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Green vegetables, lettuce, ketchup. You know, what what was I doing? How was that a way? How is that a way to live? Right. And of course I said to myself, oh, this is it. This is going to be the last time. I'm going to lose it and keep it off. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So I was really, really, really ready for
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, can you describe your experience in the mastermind program?
Yes. Um, I can't even tell you how much I have learned about emotional eating as it ties into restricting, both mentally and physically, when it comes to food. Um, I have learned so much about what dieting and restricting does to you physically and mentally. And I feel so free. And for the first time, I have so much self-compassion relating to food, um, realizing that I need food, um, coming to the conclusion that restricting is just, I mean, just really, really, really terrible for you physically. Um, and the science behind it. Um, and thinking about all the rules relating to restricting, and what's good, what's not good, when you should eat, when you shouldn't eat, all those rules that I was just had in the back of my mind almost my entire life. And the freedom that I now have with intuitive eating is beyond belief for
Yeah.
me. Just, overwhelming. It's overwhelming
Yeah.
in a really good way.
Can you tell me, um, like, did you have any like aha moments or like breakthroughs or big
Yes,
ways?
yes. And you are the one who helped me with that. And that was when I insisted I was different because my problem was emotional eating. And you explained to me that if I still were reaching for food when I wasn't hungry, and it wasn't to be social or celebrate or whatever, that it was really kind of like that crutch thing, that I was still mentally restricting, even if I weren't physically restricting. That was that moment.
Yeah.
That was such a key moment for me.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that so much. Tell me, what
Yeah.
is your relationship with food like now?
Um, it's healthy. It's freeing. Um, all foods are neutral. Um, I don't assign, you know, morality to individual foods. Food is food. And it's funny, my husband has kind of been on this journey with me, and that's one thing that he mentioned. It's food. Food is food. And I realized that when I knew I was free to eat all types of food, the appeal for the foods that I had been binging on really decreased,
Yeah,
because I can really have those foods whenever I want. It's there, it's right there.
that's amazing.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing.
yeah,
What would you say to somebody who's considering joining our mastermind program?
just go for it. Just go for it. The the degree as to how much I've learned about myself and my relationship with food and eating is incomparable to anything I've done my entire life relating to my unhealthy relationship with food. Um, it has been really, really amazing. And you know what? I'm proud of myself for being in the minority that realizes that diets don't work,
Mhm.
and that being thin or being at an ideal weight according to who knows who um is just it's just not true. It's just not real. And definitely lost my train of thought here, but um that weight does not equal health. um and Julie, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, what would you say to somebody who wants to go into the mastermind?
Oh, just like I said, just go for it. I have always been open to learning about myself, and evolving, as a person. And you learn so much about yourself and what you're capable of doing. And like I said, we are in the minority.
Yeah.
People that understand and believe in intuitive eating are definitely in the minority because of the diet culture out there, and it's so evasive. And I am so proud of myself for finding this and taking hold of it and understanding so much more about myself and my relationship with food. And I wish other people would be open to understanding um, this way of life, which is so much healthier, both mentally and physically,
Yeah,
and so freeing, so absolutely freeing.
it's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.